Hi everyone. Hello already straight away, bye. Sense, are you okay or not? Hi everyone, can you guys hear me loud and clearly? Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose, Shakil. I cannot bring myself to do it, sorry. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to today's live lesson with me. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and today we are going through some P5 questions that appeared in past year papers, all right? I have been dared by a colleague to act like the NPCs that you see on TikTok. Do you all know what I'm talking about? The ones that go like, thank you for the roses, when they give roses. I've been dared by a colleague to do that, so I hope I've done it well. Okay, how's everyone doing today? All good? Hi, Irfan Amali. Hello. Hi. I already did it already. Please don't ask me to do like NPC again, okay? Very paiseh one, you know? All right. Hi, everyone. For those of you who just joined and you're new here, hi, my name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today, we are going through some P5 questions that appeared in past year papers in order to revise for our coming end year exams, okay? Alright, for those of you who are asking if I remember you, please let me know your names. So at least I know who you are, okay? Alright. I hope everybody have already eaten your dinner. Thank you for joining us at 8 p.m. tonight. We are going to start with the first question in 1 more minute's time, okay? Please stop sending me fake roses in the comments. I don't want to act like NPC anymore. Maybe later towards the end I act like NPC one more time, okay? We usually go live on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Unfortunately, because our end year exams are coming, our final live lesson for this year is next week, okay? Our final live lesson for P5 revision program, P5 revision live class will be next week, in case those of you are asking. Yes, end year exams are coming. For those of you who just ended, I hope you did well. Thanks for saying you're gonna miss me. You can see me again next year, okay? Hi, Alicia. You know, every time I come on live class, right, your comments are just so nice and very heartwarming. It makes me very happy. Okay, anyway, it's already 8:05. For those of you who are new here, once again, my name is Coach Shahira. We are going through some past year P5 questions from various schools in order to prepare ourselves for our end year exams. If you wish to get your hands on our if you wish to get your hands on our worksheets, please feel free to join our Telegram channel, okay? Especially since we are all going to P6 next year, we are going to be we will definitely benefit a lot from our Telegram channel because we give out a lot of free resources and a lot of free revision lessons as well. So please feel free to join our Telegram channel to get your hands on all of these things, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to straight away start this question with an answer from you guys. What do you think is the correct answer for number 1? This question is telling us that Wei Li is 7 years old. Last year, her father was 6 times as old as her. How old is he now? How old is he this year? Okay, I see a variety of answers. which is fine. Let's go through. There are quite a number of you who got it correct as well, actually. Now, I will just straight away share with you the answer for those of you who have tried. The answer to this question is number 3. If you did not get number 3, can you try to figure out where you've gone wrong? See whether you're able to get the correct answer now that you know it's number 3. Anyone able to get the correct answer now? For those of you who are saying it's 42 or 36, you're almost there, but now that you know the answer is 37, do we know how to get there? Okay, so let me quickly show it to you guys, yeah? Since they told you that the 6 times as old as her was last year, okay? The 6 times as old as her was last year. So we're going to focus on last year's age, all right? And because we want to talk about last year's age, we have to use her age as 6 years old, all right? So with this model, you're able to see the correct answer more clearly. Last year, Wei will be 6 years old, okay, because 7 minus 1 is 6, yes. And then father will be 6 times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I should have drawn one more. Let me just include one more. 6 times as old as her. So father last year would be 6 times 6, which is 36, okay? And yes, I see some of you typing in all the equations in the chat for all of our friends. Thank you for your efforts. Okay, 6 times 6. Okay, take note that 6 times 6 is not 12. That's 6 times 2. We are taking 6 times 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Okay, now 36 will be the age last year. So if we want this year, okay, 1 year later, this year, we have to plus 1. I hope I'm answering some of the questions that you are asking about why plus 1, because we want this year. Okay, and this is the age last year. All good? Everybody okay? Able to understand? All right. Question 1, so far so good? If you have no other questions, we are going to move on to number 2, okay? All right. Okay. If we don't do model, of course, can. You just write the equations. That's fine. 7 minus 1, 6. 6 times 6, 36. This is last year. Then after that, you take 36 plus 1 equal 37. Can. Without model also can. Okay? Alright. Any questions, anyone? If not, can you please help me spam the like button if you found this question to be manageable? Thank you very much. Alright. In 5 seconds time, we will move on to the next question. So if you have no issues, let's go on to question number 2. Okay? We do have word problems coming up in question 3 and question 4. Alright. Hi Iskandar, thanks for joining. Okay. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's move on to question number 2. Okay, question number 2. This appeared in CHIJ WA3 weighted assessment. We do not have pie chart for this lesson. Mahilan, I hope that's your name. We do not have pie chart because pie chart is under a P6 topic. Okay, so we do not go through pie chart this year at P5 level, and this is geared towards P5 since P6s have already completed their PSLE. Okay, I hope I'm answering your question. Alright, so let's take a look at question number 2. Now, question number 2, I saw that last week some of you were typing in the chat that you wanted me to go through more fractions. That is what I'm doing today. Unfortunately, no, we are not covering trigo because that's under secondary. But tomorrow is a secondary live class. So do tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. as well, okay, for secondary topics. Alright, so since you guys wanted me to go through more fractions like you mentioned last week, we have a fraction question here. Okay, I will keep that in mind about percentage. We'll do percentage more next week, okay? Alright, so for this question, Madam Kwan baked some almond, walnut and butter cookies. 1/3 of the cookies were almond cookies, 1/6 of the remaining were walnut cookies, and the rest were butter cookies. What fraction of the cookies baked were butter cookies? How many of you are able to pick out the most important key word in this question? Anyone? Are you able to pick out the most important key phrase or keyword in this question? Remaining, very good. Your username, I'm not going to say it. It's a little bit funny. But yes, the remaining is what we are interested in, right? A lot of students tend to look past this keyword of the remaining or this phrase of the remaining. Now, when you look past it, what you're going to do is just, 1 whole minus 1/3 minus 1/6. But it's not as simple as that, okay? Because of this, of the remaining keyword here, all right? Now, so with that, what are we going to do? Now, I'm going to show you 2 methods, okay? The first method is basically just fractions in equation form, fractions multiplication. So, when we see the key phrase of the remaining, what I like to tell students is to quickly go and find out how much is this remaining. Alright, which can be found in the previous sentence. When they tell you that 1/3 of the cookies were almond, the remaining will be what fraction? If 1/3 is almond, the remaining must be, do you know? It will be 2/3. That's right. I see more and more of you typing in. Fantastic. Thank you for the interaction with me. I really appreciate that. So 1/6 of the remaining, this remaining would then be 2/3. Okay, this remaining would be 2/3. And since I have 1/6 of the remaining to be walnut, I'm not interested in walnut. I'm interested in butter cookies. So if 1/6 of the remaining is walnut, butter would be, if 1/6 of the remaining is walnut, butter would be 5 out of 6. Agree? So butter cookies would be 5 out of 6 of the remaining. Now, most of you are able to go on to the next step once I've written this down. But some of you are still wondering. Some of you are still wondering how we got the 2/3 here. Okay? If you were to draw it out, I'm going to draw it very quickly for you guys. We have total. 1/3 is almond cookies. Then the remaining will then be 1 minus 1/3 to give us 2/3. Okay? For those of you who are thinking, of the remaining, confirm can use branching, right? For those of you who actually don't know, I hope you remember that when you see the key phrase of the remaining, of the rests, things like that, you would naturally tend to gravitate towards the method of branching, okay? So when you see of the remaining, think of branching. So if you were to use branching, you can see very clearly where the 2/3 comes from. Okay, that's because we have 1 whole minus away 1/3, the balance must be 2/3. Okay, so now that we have 2/3, we can continue the branch further. We have walnut to be 1 out of 6, butter will then be 5 out of 6, and that is how I got 5 out of 6 as well. Okay, so I hope you are clearer now where this 5, 6 and 2/3 came from. Then from here, you just have to multiply. Why multiply? In math, the keyword of means times. Okay, so all I got to do is take 5 out of 6 times the remainder, which we have found to be 2/3. Okay, and we can do fractions, cross cancellation for fractions here. So that will give us 5 out of 9. All right. Okay, so the final answer for this question is option number 2. Yes, the answer is indeed option 2. Yeah. So of in math means times, okay? Now, if you're in P4 and you would like to join, of course, please feel free to join with us, okay? All right. I'm glad you understand now. I hope you can tell me your name. For the person with the praying hands as the username? Because you asked me if I remember you, but I don't know your name, unfortunately. Ah, Alia, I see. Okay, why is the answer not 1? The answer cannot be 1 because 1 is 5/6 of the remaining. If you take a look at this branch here, right, the butter is branched under remaining. But the question says, what fraction of the cookies? Of the cookies means I want my denominator to be the total because cookies is everything, which is the total. So I need to, from butter, branch up to total. And how do I branch up? I just move up the steps. So butter, I need to multiply it with the remaining in order to connect back to total. I hope that answers your question. Okay, why the answer is not 1? Because 5/6 is of the remaining, not of the total yet. So you got to multiply by 2/3, okay? All right, everybody clearer now? Now, there are still some of you who don't understand. No worries. I was prepared for this and I will show you another method. Okay, if you don't understand, no problem. You can always go on to do something that you've done before in P3 and P4. Do you know? We can always go back to model methods, right? We've learned about model method before, right? So we can always go back to model method, and I've actually drawn it right here for you guys, okay? So let me explain this model method. Let me explain this model method a little bit for those of you who are not so sure, okay? Step 1, they told you that 1/3 were almond. So focus on the red color. 1/3 is almond cookies. Okay? Test, test. Can everybody hear me? Test, test. For our friends on TikTok, can you all hear me well? Someone said that they can't hear. Is it because of your own volume? Can you try to up your volume? The rest of you can hear, right? Okay, perfect. So let me explain one more time. Thanks. All right, so I have 1/3 is almond, right? So I shade away the almond, okay? 1/3 is almond. I'm left with 2/3. Notice how the remaining is now 2/3. Okay? Then from this remaining 2/3, 1 out of 6 of them is walnut. So if I focus on just these 2/3, very big here, this portion, 1, 2. They told you that 1 out of 6 is walnut. So I need to break it down to show 6 parts. That's why 1 part I divide by 3. Okay, so that I can have 6 parts in total. So after I take away walnut, the balance is butter. So if you were to count and break up all the parts to be equal, you will have 9 equal parts and butter will be 5 parts. Okay? Clearer now? For those of you who still didn't get fractions multiplication, I hope you are able to understand now with model method. Okay, 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of 9 parts in total. Okay? Alright. Okay, for this live class, there is no ratio question, but if you want, I can include it in next week's lesson, okay? Alright, today no red also, okay? Wow, you're coming in with all your requests. Ken, let me quickly write down at the side, your one red, percentage, what else? Ratio, okay. But we cannot cover too many, okay guys, because we only have this amount of time. So I hope you guys can understand a little bit, okay? Alright, I will try my best to put in all the things that you request for, yeah? So that eventually the learning is for you guys as well, okay? Alright, any questions so far? If not, shall we move on to the next question? Okay, today we are focusing on fractions, okay? Alright. Okay, I've also included average as something that you want. Yes. So we have rate, ratio, percentage, average. I will keep all of this in mind for next week's worksheet, okay? Alright, now the next question will be a word problem question. Hi, Farrell. The next question is a word problem question. So let's move on. Today we will end roughly around 9 o'clock. We may need to extend if there is a requirement to explain more times. Okay? Alright. Any questions, everyone? If not, can you please help me spam the like button again? Thank you very much for your time. I will move on to the next page. Okay. Thank you very much for all your likes. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing the live as well. Thank you so much for all your efforts. And we hope that you can get more of your friends to learn with us. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira. We are going through some P5 past year questions in order to prepare ourselves for our end year exams coming up very, very soon, okay? You can get your worksheets on our Telegram channel. We have our live lesson every Tuesday, but unfortunately, next week will be the last one since our exams are coming up very, very soon. If you wish to get your hands on more practices, please come and join our Telegram channel because we do give out some free resources on there as well, especially next year, okay? Alright, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, let's go on to question 3. Alright, question number 3. I'm going to let you read this question on your own for a little bit while I have a sip of water. Then we'll discuss this question. Okay? Is it still very unclear for you, Priya? I hope that it's better now. Otherwise, you can head over to our TikTok channel for the same lesson, okay? Okay, let's take a look at this question. All right, ASMR by me drinking water, is it? Funny lah, you guys. Okay, question 3. Jane and Ellie bought some cups from a store. The cups are sold in sets of 2 cups and 3 cups as shown below. So it's either 2 large cups for $12 or 3 small cups for $15, okay? Now, Jane bought an equal number of large and small cups. She spent $24 more on large cups than small cups. How many cups did she buy altogether? Okay, now these types of questions is so popular in P5 and even in P6 level. So popular. This is a grouping question, a grouping technique question. Okay? Now, we are going to look at how to solve this question, even if we don't know that it's a grouping question. All right? Okay, so first question that I have to ask you guys. What do you think is one of the key important phrases that we must look out for in part A, in this question? Anyone? What is one of the key important phrases that they tell us? A criteria about the cups. The cups must be equal. Very good. That's right. Alicia, well done. The cups must be equal, okay? So even if you don't know how to do this question, right? Even if you don't know how to do this question, you can still solve it. Why? Because step 1, okay? You can still get even some method marks. Why? Step 1, they tell you equal number. Okay, even if you don't know, you just focus on equal number. So I'm going to highlight this for you guys, okay? If I want equal number, guys, can you tell me right now, 2 large and 3 small, equal or not equal? Equal or not equal? 2 and 3, not equal, right? Definitely not equal. So how do we make 2 and 3 equal? How do we make the 2 and the 3 to be equal? Hi, Rifki. Thank you very much for your kind words. Yes, guys, you're right. Not equal. Don't know how to do also, never mind. Just focus on not equal, right? Now, we know that it's not equal, but we want it to be equal. We know how to make it equal. 2 and 3, how to make equal, everyone? We find the lowest common multiple. Agree? Just like, very good. I think more of you are getting it right now. Very good. Just like in fractions, when you add them up, your denominator not the same, you must make it the same, right? So how to make it the same? We find lowest common multiple, okay? So step 1, don't know how to do, never mind, can get method marks from the first step, finding lowest common multiple. Okay, and we know all of this already, confirm you all know. See, so many of you typing in already, fantastic. Lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. Okay, of course you cannot stop here, yeah? You cannot stop here, you need to go one step further and ask yourself, okay, 6 cups already, right? So what? If you have 6 large and 6 small now, you can go the next step, which is to find the cost. Agree? Bearing in mind, we still don't know how to solve, right? But we can go and find the cost for 6 large and 6 small cups. Okay? So that's what we're going to do in the next step. We know that 2 large, I realize I'm blocking, I'm really sorry. 2 large is $12. Now I want 6 large. 3 seconds, can you quickly type it in? 3, 2, 1. How much is it? How much is 6 large carbs? $62, are you sure? 36, very good, 36. How did we get 36? We just have to multiply 3. Why 3? From 2 to jump to 6, I need to times 3. So on the other side, I also times 3. Okay? So we will get 36. On this side, also times 3. Okay? Count wrongly, no problem, don't worry. And by the way, this is paper 2. You guys can use your calculators, okay? It's paper 2, so please get your calculators out, okay? Alright, so 2 large is $12, 6 large will be 36. Same thing, now that I know it's equal, I can find 6 small also. So 3 small is $15. 6 small will be times how much, guys? Y'all don't know where your calculator go? Oh dear. Please make sure you have your calculator for your exam, okay? Yeah, $30. Well done, indeed. $30 indeed, okay? So we times 2 on both sides. So far, so good? Okay? So guys, even if you don't know how to solve this question, you get to this point. Hopefully, you can get at least 1 method mark, okay? Of course, it depends on your school, how the method, how the marking scheme is like. But hopefully, with this step, even if you don't know how to solve, you just focus on equal number, look for equal number, and then look for the cost. Hopefully, you can get some marks already. Clear? Yeah. So now we go on to the next step, okay? We are not done yet, yeah? Be careful here, we are not done yet. We only focused on equal number. Now comes the next important clue in the question. This time round, we are told that she spent $24 more on the large cups than the small cups. Okay, $24 more on the large cups than the small cups. Okay? Alright, unfortunately, I do not know Siling Primary School marking because I'm not from Siling Primary. It really depends on your teachers, okay? Okay, anyway, so once we are done with equal number, we settle all that we can based on equal number, we can focus on 24 more small cups. 24 more on the large cups than the small cups. Now guys, can you tell me, I'm going to circle these two for you guys, and I want you to tell me what this represents. 24 more on the large cups than the small cups. What does the 24 represent? Give you a clue, it starts with the letter D. Based on the keywords more than, what does this represent? Starts with the letter D. Anybody able to tell me? Alicia, well done. Difference, that's right. Yes, Nazia, well done. Not divide, yeah? The 24 represents the difference. A lot of you are getting it. Fantastic. So $24 represents the difference. So guys, if the question asks you to find difference, or the question gives you a difference, you should go ahead with what the question is telling you. So what do you think is the next step? We have these two values already. Do you know what to do in the next step? We find the difference. That's right. Do you see where your thought process is right now? Okay, everybody able to follow? One more time. The question gave you a difference. So what do? Look for the difference. Okay? Follow the flow of the question. What the question tells you, you use that in your steps as well. Okay, so even if you don't know how to continue, you just follow what the question tells you and you do the same thing. So the question says there's a difference. We can now look for the difference. Now before we look for the difference, I'm going to just add an extra step here. Okay, that our one set is going to have 6 large cups and 6 small cups. Okay, this is one group. Alright, we are grouping them together because we are comparing these two together. So we will use these as one group. Now what do we find in that one group? Like I mentioned, the question gives us a difference. We look for a difference. So the difference in one set would be $36 minus $30 to give us $6. Okay? So once you get to this point, again, you don't know what the question is asking for. You just follow what the question say, and you find as much things as you can based on keywords. Then, once you reach this part, you may be able to get 2 marks already. Okay? So you may be able to get 2 marks already after you find the difference in one set. Now, do you know how to continue? How do you relate this difference versus that difference? You are given 2 differences now. Okay, you have one difference, you have a smaller difference here. What do we do with these differences? We can, so many of you are typing in the correct answer already, so fast. Very good. We can actually divide, okay, to find out how many 6 make up the difference that we want, which is 24. Okay, I'm going to explain this step one more time after we are done with this question. So those of you who are confused, hang on first, okay? Don't give up, hang on first. Okay? For those of you who are asking, do we need the dollar sign in the equation? Not needed. You can just write it in the final answer, it's fine. Okay? So, now I have the difference in one set. I want to know how many of these sets I need to get $24. I can just take 24 divided by $6 to give us 4 sets. That means I need 4 groups. Okay? Don't give up, okay? Oh dear, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Hang on, okay? I will explain again one more time. Hang on. Let me finish up just one last step, okay, guys? So now that we know there are 4 sets, for those of you who are following, once we know there are 4 sets, I know one set got 6 large and 6 small cups. I can find the total in 4 sets. That will be 4 times 6 plus 6 to give us 48. Okay? This gives us 48 cups. Alright. Great that you found your calculator. Okay? Alicia, the total is the total number of cups. So that means, right, in 48, there's 24 small, 24 large cups, which is equal here, okay? Okay? Alright, I understand that some of you are really struggling to understand. Don't worry, I'm going to use a different approach to explain this question one more time, okay? I'm going to use a different approach because no point I keep saying the same thing over and over, you all don't understand, right? So I'm going to use a different approach, okay, guys? Now, I'm going to write over the steps using red ink, okay? I'm going to write over the steps using red ink. Now, number 1, they say equal number. We know 2 and 3 not equal, we make them equal. Okay? So, I'm going to draw a quick table. I have 6 large, I have 6 small. Okay? 6 large, I know it's $30. 6 small, I know it's this is $30, that is $36. Okay? $36 versus $30. Why we use 6? Because they must be equal. Remember, from, if we have 2 versus 3, the equal value is 6. Okay, the lowest common multiple. So 6 large and 6 small. All right, common multiple, that's right. So the difference here is $6. It's not 24, so it's wrong. Okay, it's not 24, so it's wrong. So if it's not 6 and 6, we try the next lowest common multiple. 12 large and 12 small. 12 large will be $72. 12 small, if you do the calculation, will be $60. The difference here is 72 minus 60, $12. Still not $24, so it's wrong. Do you understand where I'm going now? We are basically finding which multiple is it. Lowest common multiple doesn't give us a difference of $24, so it's wrong, because the difference is $6. Second lowest common multiple, which is 12, doesn't give us a difference of $24, still wrong. Third lowest common multiple, which is 18 now. If you use 18 and 18, 18 large and 18 small, you do the calculation, the difference will be $18, still wrong. Okay, 18 large, 18 small, the difference is $18, still wrong. Okay, so this is not guess and check, this is called listing. You are using from lowest common multiple, you try, cannot. You try the next one, second lowest common multiple, still cannot. You try the next one, third lowest common multiple, still cannot. But this method, you will realize there's a pattern. Every time you try the next lowest common multiple, right, the difference will keep growing from $6 to $12 to $18. So basically, if you want the difference to be $24, you're asking yourself, how many sixes do I need to reach $24? That is basically what I have done in this step, which is the number of sets. Understand? So basically we are saying, okay, we try the lowest common multiple. This is the lowest equal number it can be. Then we realize, the difference is only $6. But every time I go up by the next lowest common, right, the $6 will keep increasing. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, so on and so forth. But if you want your answer to be 24, you are just asking, how many $6 do you need? So basically, you just take 24 divided by 6. So you don't need to try one by one by one by one. Straight away, you get your answer. 24 divided by 6 is 4, meaning you need 4th lowest common multiple. And that 4th lowest common multiple will give you the difference of $24. Understand? Everybody clear? Okay, so now if you want total, you use the 4th lowest common multiple, right? Which is 4 times 6, 24. 24 cups total, 48 cups. Okay? Clear now? Alright. Someone is asking if I have food for them. How do I give you food, dear? Okay. For those of you who are saying that guess and check is easier, it will be easier if your number is small. But imagine this is not $24. Let's say I give you $96. How are you going to do guess and check? You're going to check slowly one by one by one by one. Very tough. So the method is using grouping. You find the smallest one group by making equal number first. Okay? Then once you have that, you just divide the big difference by the small difference to find out how much of these small differences you need. Okay? Alright, guys? Okay, now some of you is asking is if whether the questions will be tested in end of year exam. It may very well be tested because this actually appeared in Singapore Chinese Girls' School. It may appear in your own school as well. I've seen this appear in several other schools as well. So yes, it may very well appear. Okay, and it is very common in P6 as well, yeah? Sorry dear, I don't know your name. That's why I mentioned someone. You tell me your name, then I try to remember, okay? Alright. Everybody okay now? Alright. If you are good, let's move on to the next question. Thank you, Charlene. Okay, guys, I remember her name now, Charlene, okay? Thank you, Alia, for letting me know her name. Okay, so now that we have this, let's move on to part B. Part B is very simple, straightforward. You all try to do part B yourselves? Ready? Okay, if you're enjoying the lessons, can you please help me spam the like button as we move on to the next page? Part B is in the next page, okay? Alright, part B now. Alright, so please read this question. It's fairly simple. You are told that she bought 6 large cups and then she had $50 left. And she bought as many cups as she can with the remaining money, which is $50. Remember, every time we see remaining, we got to go and look for this remaining. And it's told to us to be $50, okay? So now we want to know what fraction of the cups is her small cups. Alright. Okay, just double tap to like, okay guys? Thank you very, very much. Okay, for those using PC, I also don't know how to like using PC. So if you figure it out, share with us, please. Thank you. Okay, try this question now. Alright. Anybody SOS here? Don't know how to solve? Anybody needs any SOS? Okay, I see an SOS. Alright, no worries. Let me help you guys out, okay? Step 1, we know the remaining. So that's very, very good already. We already know the remaining $50. We want to know how many more small cups, how many small cups she can buy with $50. You think how many can she buy? SOS means helpline. Means you need some help. Okay? No worries. Step 1, go and look for how many small cups she can buy. $15, does it mean she can only buy 3? Do you think 3 is the maximum that she can buy? Can she buy more? What do you think we need to do? I see one person getting the correct answer. Okay, so step 1. How do we know, guys? How do we know how many cups she can buy? What do we do? What is the operation that we use? Anyone? Yes, divide. Thank you, Alicia. You are right. We divide. That's right. So we can find the maximum, or rather the sets of $15 or sets of 3 cups that she can get. Okay? Every 3 cup is $15. So how many $15 are there in $50? That will be $50 divided by 15. Okay? That will give us 3 groups, 3 sets with a remainder of $5. Agree? 3 sets with a remainder of $5. Why 3 sets remainder $5? 15, 15, 15 gives us 45. Balance $5, cannot buy anymore. Don't worry about it. We are not interested in the remainder, okay? Balance $5, cannot buy anymore. We just keep in our pocket, okay? So 3 sets means how many cups? If 1 set is 3 cups, 3 sets will be... Okay, some of you have typed it in already. Fantastic. So total small cups would be 3 times 3 to give us 9. Everybody understand where this 9 is? Thank you for joining us. If you have to go, thank you very much for joining us. We hope to see you next week, okay? Dabla? Okay, anyway, so 3 times 3 is 9, right? So I have 9 cups. Now, yes, we are indeed dividing it. Alright, so 3 times 3 gives us 9. Then the next step is to go and look for the total number of cups. Why? Because I'm going to do something that some of you may find to be very, very basic. But the reason why I'm doing it is because some people still struggle with coming up with their fractions themselves. Okay? So based on this fraction, it says fraction of the cups were small cups. So I want small cups over the cups, which is your total. The cups here represent total. So total cups is my denominator. Some of you think that this is very basic, but for those of you who find this to be helpful, writing in words what you want, then please continue with this habit, okay? So now I know my small cups is 9. My total cups is the small plus the large. Why the 6? Because she bought 6 large cups. Okay? So that will be 9 out of 15. Now I can simplify. Okay? So simplify already to give us 9 out of 15 gives us divided by 3 to give us 3 over 5. So our final answer would be 3 over 5. Alright guys? Okay. Alright, I'm going to spend some time to answer some questions now. First one being... Okay, first question is asking. I hope everybody is thinking through this first question, because I think this is a very, very good question. Okay, this is a very, very good question. The question is, can I take 15 divided by 3 to find 1 cup? Then 50 divided by $5. Can or not? Guys, can or not? 15 divided by 3 is 1 cup, $5. Let me write it down, yeah? So 1 cup. Okay, someone is asking if this is okay. So you buy 1 cup for $5. Then 50 divided by $5 to give us 10 cups. Can or not, guys? You think can or not? Seems okay, right? I can get 10 cups. The Telegram link is over here for those of you who are wondering. Let me not block it for you. The rest of you think can or not this one? Seems quite reasonable, isn't it? But do you think this is actually true? Okay, just think about it, guys. If you go to the supermarket and they pack it for you, 3 packets, 3 in 1 packet. Okay? If you pack it for you, 3 in 1 packet, you go to the supermarket, you think you can ask the cashier, excuse me, I don't want 3, I only want 1. Can or not? Actually cannot, right? If they tell you they pack in 3 cups, you cannot force them to break up the packet. So in the same idea, you cannot find 1 cup. This is not correct. Okay, I hope I have addressed this one more time. You cannot go to the supermarket and force them to sell you only 1 inside the packet that they give you. So, in that same idea, you cannot find 1 cup because the question said it is sold in sets of 2 or 3 cups, already sold in packets. Okay? I hope I've already answered this question. Everybody understand? Okay. All right. So there is another question about our center. Let me just quickly share with you our registration link in a little bit. Okay. Let me see if I can do that right about in a few seconds time. Give me a second, yeah. The rest of you, any question? Why 3 times 3? Because I got 3 packets. 3 sets, 3 cups. Okay, 3 sets, 3 cups. So 3 cups in 3 sets gives us 9 cups. Okay? Understand? Okay. Alright. Can we get Haris to help us send the link in the TikTok and Telegram channel, the registration page? Thank you very much. So for those who are asking, you can find our registration link coming up really, really soon. Use your own account. Yeah. Okay, so please hang on. What day do I teach for P6? I teach on several days actually. Okay, I'm going to move on to the last question already, okay? You guys can also go on to MasterMaths website and click on apply for 2024. Okay, we will send you that link one more time. Okay? All right. Last question for the day. By the way, guys, I really do wanna tell you that I really appreciate your time spending with us at this very, very late timing in the evening. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys are learning something along with us, okay? And no, Gamer Boy, Gamer Roblox, I'm not calling you, I'm calling my colleague. You guys share the same name. Yeah. Okay, you can go on to mastermaths.com.sg. The link is already in the chat now. And click on apply for 2024 program, okay? All right. Let's move on to the last question. Then as you guys have any more burning questions, you guys can type it in. I will try not to miss it and answer it along the way also, okay? All right, last question for today. Last question, but we have 2 parts, yeah? This is so fun. That's very nice of you to say that. Thank you. I feel very happy every time I come on live class because you are so nice. Okay, anyway. Question number 4. Mrs. Tan spent 1/4 of her money on 5 books. There's a typo. Please help me change this to on 5 books and 15 sheets of stickers. The cost of each book is 9 times the cost of each sheet of sticker. She bought more books with the remaining amount of money. Okay, so another fractions question, because I remember last week you guys were saying fractions, you need more help. So I've included a bit more fractions here. One more fraction question. Let's take a look. Again, we see a remainder concept, right? Are you able to tell that this is a remainder concept because of the keyword remaining amount? Yes? Anissa, you're so fast. Very good. Okay, so for those of you who are struggling, yes, please read the question first, okay? If you are struggling, let's break it down part by part, just like we did in the previous question. We'll break it down line by line and try to solve it along the way, even if inside our head we don't know what the question wants. No worries, let's break it down line by line. Okay, step 1. She spent 1/4 of her money on 5 books and 15 sheets of stickers. There's nothing much that we can do with this line, so let's keep it there first. Okay? Step 2. The cost of each book is 9 times the cost of each sheet of sticker. Now, this time round, we are told that it's 9 times. And some of you very automatic. So auto, you straight away know what to use when you see 9 times. But the rest of you, do you know what actually you should use when you see 9 times? What should come up straight in your head when you see 9 times? Anyone? What should come up in our heads when we see 9 times? Give you a clue, it starts with the letter U. What should we use? Model is not necessary. Model doesn't start with the letter U. Okay, I see a correct answer. Yes, very good. Units, excellent. Whenever we see the word 9 times, or how many times, or half, or thrice, whenever we see such phrases, we would want to think of using units, okay? So since we know 9 times is 9 units, I'm sure everybody is able to tell. 9 times means 9 units. I can assign the book to be 9 units and the sticker to be 1 unit, okay? So 9 units is for 1 book and 1 sticker is 1 unit. So far so good? Okay, then just now, right, our first step, we did not do anything to it. But now that we can use units, we can change everything in the first phrase into units, okay? Okay, guys? So, with this, again, bearing in mind, I still don't know what the question wants. That's fine. I can straight away write something in terms of units and work my way through, okay? So, 1/4 of her money, so 1/4 of her money has 5 books and 15 stickers. Okay, 5 books and 15 stickers. Then after that, they say, or we already used units for 1 book. So if I've got 5 books, I can multiply this by 9 units. Okay, so far can follow this part. And 15 stickers, I can multiply this by 1 unit. Because just now I say, 1 book 9 units, 1 sticker 1 unit. Okay? Do you see now that from many different words, books, stickers, money, we are down to just money versus units. A little bit simpler. Okay? Very good. Very good. Excuse me. Some of you are quite fast. We can go ahead to move on to 45 units plus 15 units to give us 60 units. Okay? Got it? Okay. So now I know 1/4 of her money is 60 units, right? Then they tell you Again, I don't know what the question wants. I am just reading line by line and trying my best to untangle each line as I go. So I've already settled the first line. I've already settled the second line. Now comes to the third line, remaining amount. Do you all remember what we should do when we see remaining? I mentioned it twice earlier today. What should we do when we see remaining? Do you guys remember? When we see remaining, we should look for this remaining. Okay? Remember that? Like in the first question, when we see remaining, straight away look for the remaining. When we see another one in this question, remaining, straight away figure out how much is this remaining. Okay? So in the same manner, when I see remaining money, straight away figure out what is this remaining money. And this remaining money, if you use 1/4, the remaining would be 3/4. Agree? So straight away think of this remaining. Clear? Alright, so now I know remaining is 3/4. And I know that 1/4 is 60 units. So now I can look for 3/4, which is 60 units times 3 to give us 180 units. Clearer now? Okay? So far so good? So that's all I've done by understanding the lines layer by layer, line by line, okay? That's all that we can do. Got it? Now, in the next step, we want to know how many more books or how many books she can buy with the remaining amount. Since we want books, do we remember one book is how many units? Do we remember? One book has 9 units. Recall, we mentioned it earlier. One book, let me tell you why I laugh later, okay? One book is 9 units. Or rather, let's write it the other way around, okay? Why? Because I want to find the books. So 9 units is one book. What am I writing? Now I need to find 180 units. Okay, because this is the remaining. So 9 to 180, I need to times 20. So here I also times 20. So I can get 20 books. Okay? Everybody clear? Can follow so far? Okay, one more time. One more time. Because the question asked for remaining and I found the remaining to be 3/4, I can change everything into units by the phrase 9 times. Then I use units to help me solve what is this 3/4, which is 180 units. So 180 units is the number of books that she can buy with the remaining amount. And since we know one book is 9 units, 180 units will give us 20 books. So our final answer is 20 books, okay? Alright, any questions so far? If not, if you're enjoying this live, please help me spam the like button. Thank you very, very much. Let me share with you why I'm giggling, okay? The comments in the chat is very unhinged. Someone is saying, Cher can make this live 2 hours. Then it went from 2 hours to 3 hours to 20 hours to 1 whole day to 2 days to 1 year. Are you okay or not? Very tiring, you know, to teach for 1 year. 100 years, I mean. Yeah, so funny. Okay, but anyway, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying. Thank you very much for spending your evenings with me and enjoying with me. Makes me very happy also. Okay, anyway, let's go on to the last part. I assume nobody has any questions? Everybody clear? One more time, One more time. This question is very, very, very popular, especially in P6. In fact, a very similar question with a fraction given and 2 items, and then a relationship between the units, and then the remaining portion. Just like this, but different values. This actually really came out in PSLE. Really, really came out in PSLE. So very, very popular, getting more and more popular over the years. Okay? So yes, this life is P5 indeed. But P4s also can join. No harm in learning extra. Okay? Okay, moving on to the last question. The lesson is lively. That's very nice of you to say that. I'm glad. Thank you very much. Let's go on to last question for the day. Question for part B, okay? You still don't see the link to my tuition center. Okay, can you stay on till the last part? I will send it to you shortly, okay? I will send it to you shortly after this question. All right? Okay, last question for today. All right, same question. Now, all this is the same thing. Now we are down to part B. Given that Mrs. Tan spent 231 more on all the books than all the stickers. So let's do a recap. Okay, again, I don't know what the question wants. No problem. I see all the books. I just do a recap. All the books is, do you all remember how many books she bought? From part A? Part A, 20 books plus original 5 books. Okay? Part A's answer, 20 plus original 5, total 25. Okay, one more time. This is at first, and this is part A's answer. Okay, so total 25 books. And total stickers is 15. She did not buy extra, yeah? So it's 15 stickers. Okay? Thank you, Izrin, for sharing the live. Alright, so total stickers is 15. Okay, so from here, remember just now we used units. And since we have stickers and books, two different things, very confusing for two different things at a time, why not we change everything into units back again like what we did with part A? Okay, so that we can just use units to compare things. It's a little bit simpler that way. Alright, so total books is 25. Now recall, one book, this one was from part A as well, 9 units. One sticker is 1 unit. So if I have 25 books, okay, 25 times 9, I should get 225 units. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me do a quick check. 225 times 9. Oops. 25 times 9, indeed 225. So this one, I just times 9. And on the other side, I want 15 stickers. So again, I just times 1 unit to give us 15 units. Okay, times 1 here. Oh, sorry, times 15 here to give us 15 units, okay? So far, so good? Thanks for saying that my handwriting is nice. I personally don't think it's that great, but thank you. Okay, so anyway, I now have units versus units. Can we compare now? Is it easier to compare? Just now, books versus stickers, difficult to compare because two different things, right? But now I change everything to be one item only, which is units. So now easier to compare, right? So to compare, because I have 231 more on all the books, again, we see the key phrase more than. Okay, just like in question 3, more than means difference. If the question gives you difference, you look for difference. So the difference is 225 units minus 15 units. This gives us, should be 210, yes. Okay? And this difference indeed is 231. So now I know how to solve already, right? 210 units is $231. 1 unit equals to? Anyway, this is paper 2, so confirm can use calculator. 231 divided by 210, you should get $1.10. Okay? Now that we have 1 unit, it's always a good practice to label what your 1 unit represents so that you are clear of what you need to look for. 1 unit in this case represents your sticker cost, which is 1 sticker. And the question says 1 sticker. So now I have solved part B as well. $1.10. Everybody clear? Any questions? All good? Okay. Alright, if you are clear, I am going to open up the chat for any burning questions. I will also be sending you the link for our registration in a second. Let me just use my phone to send you the link, okay? All right. In the meantime, please type in whatever questions you have. The person with the username and Zila, I remember your username, but I don't remember your name. Please forgive me and remind me. But yes, I remember you. Of course I remember you. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me quickly share with you our website for you to join our coaching programs, okay? All right, 1 second. Okay. Everybody able to see the pinned comment on TikTok? On Instagram, let me do that as well. All right, so 1 second. Let me see if I can pin a comment on Instagram. Wait, okay, let me see if I can pin this comment. Yes, perfect. Everybody able to see the pinned comments? Okay, so if you feel that this is a very helpful lesson for you guys, please feel free to join our center and our regular programs, because we do a lot more of this in our weekly lessons. And we also give out a lot of free things for our students. Like, you guys will have access to a 24-hour Q&A chat. Okay, so for those of you who are not our students, I hope you find this very appealing. So in the future, when you are doing questions and in the middle of the night you don't know how to solve, you can just take a picture, send it via the Q&A chat. There will be a teacher to respond to your questions within a day, okay? All right. And not only that, of course, you have class recordings, you have our free resources that we give out to our students as well. We have extra lessons for free as well for our students. So I hope you find it appealing and do join our programs for the Head Start next year, okay? All right. Okay, I have another request for trapezium rhombus. Unfortunately, I am not going to cover that because I've covered it, I think, 2 weeks back on angles, but I can send you a set of free notes for it, okay? All right, for those of you who missed out some questions, don't worry, we will eventually post this up to our YouTube channel, to our YouTube playlist, so please feel free to re-watch the recording if you need, okay? All right. Unfortunately, we do not do Zoom classes for our live lessons. We only have it on TikTok and Instagram. But you may be glad to know that tomorrow we are going to have our last-minute P5 online revision program for math. For science, unfortunately, it has already passed, which is on Monday. Tomorrow, Coach Irfan will be going through some more questions, some more interesting questions, especially questions that came out in the 2023, this year's PSLE. We're going to cover some questions there as well, okay? So if you are joining, I will be very happy for you because you will definitely benefit, and Coach Irfan will see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I hope that answers your question. Any other question? No, Coach Irfan is not my dad. What are you asking? No, he's very young. Very funny. Okay, any other questions? If not, I will leave the chat open for the next maybe 2 more minutes. And then we will end today's live, okay? This session will not be on Instagram. If you wish to register, unfortunately, the registrations have already closed. But if you wish to register, you can just quickly send us a DM on Instagram, and we will see how we can help you with it, okay? I hope I've already answered those queries. Thank you, Irfan Amali. Thank you. Okay, 1 MPC for the last time, okay? What you all want me to do for MPC? You're very funny. Rose Ken? You send me some gifts, then I can MPC for you. Coach Irfan's class. Yes, this is indeed Coach Irfan's class. Welcome, guys. Coach Irfan is indeed the face that you see. Can we do the speed question again? Speed is not tested in P5. It is tested in P6. If you wish to get access to speed questions, you can watch our YouTube playlist on YouTube, okay? It will be on YouTube. It is already on YouTube, actually. Yes, Jenna, I remember. Yes, I remember you, Jenna. All right. Okay, final minute. Final minute. Let me see if I can send you the YouTube link. 1 second. It's called MasterMathsTV. There is actually a playlist for it. It's called MasterMathsTV. Okay? Go and look for it called MasterMathsTV. I don't think I can send you the link, but you can search it up. Alright? MasterMathsTV on YouTube. Next week, there is a live lesson. Unfortunately, I will not be around. It will be Coach Mo, another one of our coaches. So he will be going through with you some of the things that you mentioned you wanted covered. Okay? Alright, perfect. Okay, one last minute. Okay. I am on leave next Tuesday actually, so I will not see you guys. But if you want, please join our programs. Then I will see you in our regular classes, okay? All right. It will be regular time, 8 p.m. also. 8 p.m. next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be the last session already, okay? Because afterwards, you would have already covered all your P5 end-year exams already. All right. Alia, yes, I remember your name. Okay, all right. I will end today's live in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, everyone. Really enjoyed our time together. Thank you. Goodbye. All the best for your end-year, okay? Bye. Bye. I have to go, okay? Bye-bye.